talk about how we can actually tell the bacteria apart. We are going to pretend that we are the scientists or pathologists looking under the microscope to see this bacteria. So here's something that might be looking at, and you can see that there are the five examples. So let's just write down what we see. So vertically in the top two, at least it look purple, and on the right I can see that they are the pink, and there these things I can barely see down here. So I am going to write a color for now, but vertically purple and pink. So now let's look at the row, and I can see that in the first row that they kind look like a little circle, kind maybe sphere. So I am just going to draw a circle here, and in the second row I can see that they are more stretched out and kind of like a rod. So I am just going to draw this kind of structure. Mm. Stretched out, looking a shape or rod, and these bottoms are I can barely see. So since I have been using a light microscopy for the top view, I am going to use the opposite. It's called as dark field microscopy, but don't worry too much about the name. Just basically know that because these don't stain the same way, they have to be viewed differently. And the best thing I can call this a squiggle, and I hope that makes sense. Let's go over that quickly one more time before we get into the official name for these things. So first row I can see that they are the round and that a sphere, and in the second row it's look more like a stretched out rod looking shape, and in the third row it's kinds of look like squiggle. So the single version of the this is coccus, or a bunch of them are called cocci, and a single rod is called as a bacillus, whereas a bunch of them are called bacilli, and a single squiggle is called as a spirochete, and the purple version of the spiral. So now we know about the three main shape that bacteria can take, but we haven't talked too much about the colors yet, and these colors come from a special stain called as gram stain, and it basically stain that outside of the bacteria, and it's if stains will it stains purple, and if it's get washed off and stained with something else, it turns pink, and if it stains purple we can call the gram positive, where if it stain pink, then bacteria is called as gram negative. So here I have done that with a positive sign or a negative sign. So we are going to talk a close look at this color, except so this might look familiar to you then, but this is just a general bacterial structure that we have gone over before and again, because that stain is only on the external layer of the bacteria. Pay attention to just the external layer. So even thought right here it say a capsule cell wall and plasma membrane. You will see in a minute that this layer are really difference between gram positive or gram negative bacteria, which is shown here actually. So think of this as a zoom in version of this build of bit. It does have the plasma membrane layer, a really thick cell wall layer, and a capsule layer. But for the gram negative bacteria, they actually have the plasma membrane again, but they have a cell wall that is much thinner than but then they have a cell wall this is much thinner compared to the gram positive bacteria, and it's followed by another plasma membrane and then a special layer called as lipopolysaccharide layer, and then a capsule. And don't worry that you didn't quite catch all the right now, because we are going to now draw them really zoom in so you can see it here is that a plasma membrane, and remember that it just a lipid bilayer with some integral membrane protein which are drawn here. which are drawn here in the little block and the unique bite in this really thick peptidoglycan layer. I am just going to write this out so you can see it. So peptidoglycan just basically means sugar like glucose, and this rod that you seen here are the made of this long chain of the sugar. So that's the glycon part, and there are the peptido, which is just means the peptide. So your proteins, and those are just the uh, connection between these rods that you seen here on the just realize this is a little bit on the optical illusion, but there is you go. So let's it's almost like a brick wall with this kind of connection, so that where the word peptidoglycan layers comes from, it's just long sugar chain connected by protein, and then final layer is the capsule or slim layer. So that's gram positive bacteria. Now let's talk about the look like other type structure. You have inner membrane, and then you have this very thin peptidoglycan layer, and again this is made up of the sugar all along this rod area. I am not going to write that out again because it's super long word, it's going to take up space. um, then you have an outer membrane, so here, and then next is this brown layer also called as lipo uh, polysaccharide layer, which is most people abbreviate as LPS, because lipopolysaccharide LPS, and it's exactly what it sound like. There is a lipo part, which is this lipid area at the bottom, and the polysaccharide, which are this sugar chain at this top polysaccharide, and then this layer is converted by the capsule. Then there a little bit of space next to the plasma membrane, in between these two plasma membrane over on this side, and this is just called as the periplasmic space. So I am just going to write it over here because it's easier again. Think of it pre next to plasmic plasma membrane. So next to the plasma membrane, space between two layer, and above this layer before the peptido glycan layer here. So now we can think about why this will show a purple and this is one pink. So the gram stain where you first it bacteria, it just stain the whole thing purple, and then you will wash it off. And because of the gram negative bacteria has a very thin peptidoglycan layer in their cell wall, it's wash right off. And later they will restain it with something called as sapphire, which isn't important, but they come in and restain this to make sure that you can see it, and it's pink, so that gram negative. But because this gram positive bacteria has this super thick peptidoglycan layer, it will keep its purple stain and it will stay purple. So this should explain why this particular bacteria stain purple or pink. And now we should have a good understanding of one of main ways to tell bacteria apart, both of their shapes and colors. And you should also understand where that colors comes from because of their cell wall structure.